I wanted to try and do the grayscale challenge thing again. So I've already had Cade, this is what I'm doing this time differently. I had Cade pick out 10 colors. I didn't ever see what the colors were, but that's what's over here, or little swatches. And then I set my iPad settings to be grayscale, so I can't see what the colors are. And I thought we would design a little character, kind of like how I normally would do it, but with these colors instead. I think I want to make a mermaid. I think that's what I want to do. So let's make a mermaid character. So I'm just going to pick this top light color to just sketch. It's just going to be what we sketch with. It's not going to be anything that we really end up using, because we'll probably delete the sketch when we do other stuff over the top of it. But anyway, so let's just kind of think of a little mermaid and kind of plan out what her colors would be. Think about what she might be inspired by, like what kind of fish maybe. I kind of want to do like a lake mermaid kind of a vibe. If I just Google lake, what comes up? Okay. I kind of want to give her some fins like on the side, and then her tail I want to do kind of similar to our goldfish tail. And hair, let's think of a hairstyle. I often draw my mermaids just with like undone wavy hair. But let's think about it a little bit more than that. Draw her ear, and let's see. What if we do like kind of a braided moment and lots of scales? And maybe we put like water lilies in her hair. Okay. I think I kind of have an idea of what I want to do. So I am going to make her just a little bigger. Actually, just kidding. I'm going to make her smaller, and I'm going to redo a sketch because I kind of have that idea in my head now. Get her braids and her hair because I think she's going to be underwater in my sketch. And the water lilies in her hair. I gave her like jelly bones. I need to think of her structure here. And I think I am going to change my canvas by just turning it and taking my sketch and just taking it with me. I just realized that I've been using this HB pencil for my line art. So yeah, that'll be different. Not intentional, but different. And her ear. I want to give her like rounded tips of her ears instead of super pointy. And a little fin. I don't know why I like drawing them so tattered. It just makes sense. Okay, that's not quite so even. Let's redo that one. I want to get some nice pretty like watery hair in here with all the fun little twists and stuff. And the little water lilies. I kind of want to give her like a planty bra instead of a seashell bra because she's more in a lake with like little strands of leaves and plants coming off of it, almost like straps. All right. Make the sketch layer a little bit less opaque. And hold on, actually there's one thing. I should have labeled my layers because I can't see them all. Okay, those are her hands. I need to go over that again. Her hair, that's what I wanted to add. A little bit more of her head in here. So, and we're gonna add in just a few little scales. And I think this is our little mermaid. Oh, no, just kidding. I forgot about the hands. I have my placeholder hands in here. I need to put in real hands. All right, so here comes the fun part. I'm gonna pick these colors and put them on here. And again, I can't see what they are. So we're gonna have an interesting looking little mermaid when we turn off the colors, depending on what colors Cade picked. I don't know what colors he picked. But I am gonna use for the line art one of these darker colors and just lock the layer and fill it. I think that's the color I drew the line art in with anyway, but there's not going to be a lot of rhyme or reason to which colors I'm picking for this, but yeah, let's just go for it. I'm going to fill everything in just with a hard brush. I was debating because when you screen record with the grayscale setting turned on, it doesn't screen record the gray screen, if that makes sense. It just records it like normal. So in the settings, when I edit the video, I have to go in and turn the saturation all the way off so that you are as surprised as I am about what we're picking here. But I was debating on turning it off for a moment so that you could see what color I'm using or what colors I have, or at random moments just to kind of like, I don't know, because sometimes when you're watching like a movie or something, knowing things that the actors don't is kind of fun. I don't know. I thought that maybe it'd be kind of fun, but I don't know what I decide. I guess you'll see when I post a video, because sometimes when I'm in my editing brain, I think different things than when I'm in my art brain. So we're not gonna be especially tidy with this because I kind of want that character sketch feel for her. All right, what color should we make her tail? I kind of want to make her tail maybe one of these more medium colors and then get darker as we go down the tail, or darker and get lighter as we go down. Maybe darker to lighter would be better. And I might put the line art layer on multiply just so that it is darker than whatever colors we end up picking for everything. Okay, so I just filled it in with this. Which one did I fill? I don't remember. I think maybe this one, but I'm gonna go back and on a clipping mask, pick a medium tone, just one of these medium ones. Actually, this one up here. And I'm just gonna make like a gradient kind of a situation. And then pick another lighter one and another lighter one. Hopefully I end up using all of these colors. And this one at the end. And then blur it just a little. Okay, so I think that's what we're gonna do for her tail. But I am also going to, on the blending with this medium blend brush, like go in and color pick a color slightly darker next to a scale and just kind of give it kind of that scale look. Maybe add a few spots and also lighter and bring some lighter spots up here too. Adds a little texture to her scales. So, all right. Let's see. I do want to give her some blush, so I'm going to trying to decide if I should take this color that we have and make it a little darker, or if we should just be really risky and go in with a completely different color for blush, which is going to make things look a little bit crazier, but I think I'm going to do it. I can feel it in my bones that these two colors are mixing weird. I don't know. I just feel it. Let's pick an eye color. I think I'm going to go for this one here. I don't know if I've gone for that one yet. And this one here, and just make a little bit of a gradient there in her eyes. And then let's see, I feel like her lips, I want to make them a little bit more pronounced. I'm gonna go in with a different color. We'll see what that does. And then I need to pick a color for her hair. I don't know how I've totally spaced that now. I think I want to give her darker hair. So I'm going to go for, I can't remember which colors I've picked. I hope I end up using all 10, but I won't know. So I'm going to go for this one, I think. I don't know if I've used it really. I don't even know if I just use it for the eyes or not, but we're going to make this color the hair. All right. And then I don't have a super light color for the whites of her eyes. So I'm going to take just this white from the background and fill in her eyes with that, just white. While I'm at it, I am gonna add just a little highlight and maybe a little one on her nose and on her lip and on her tail. Just kidding, not on her tail. I'm gonna take just a selection with the lasso tool and go over the tail this way, except we're not in a color fill, and I'm gonna go in with a noise brush to give her a shine that way. Give it a little texture. And then we have to do her fins. Let's do her fins right now, actually. And I'm gonna pick a light color for her fins. I think this edge one over here. I don't know if we've done anything with that one, really. And I am gonna just color fill for her fins. We got the fins here. We've got her fins on her tail, at least the end of the tail. And fins on her ears. Now that I've done it, it looks like it's the same color as her ears, so we are gonna lighten it, just lighten the opacity of it, just like this. Then, oh yeah, the flowers. I keep forgetting about them. I don't know how, but yes, just with the pencil. And then I'm gonna pick this shade down. No, this one in this corner, because they're in her hair, and I want them to stand out because her hair is dark. So just gonna color them in. Not too precise, not too fancy. And I'm actually going to take this color in this corner and make it the leaves, because I want the leaves to be different color than the flowers. And I'm also going to make that same color the color of like this underwater grassy area. And these bubbles, I'm trying to decide if I should color them or not, and I think I'm going to. I think that's everything. So we're gonna turn the the colors back on and see what colors Cade gave me. I have no, like, I told him just to pick colors that he liked or he wanted me to use and just pick them somewhat at I don't know if he picked them at random though. I don't know if he just like went around and picked colors or if he was like, oh, I like purple, I like red, but you know what I mean? So I don't know what he chose. We'll see. Or like the vibrancy either. I told him to kind of get a range of lighter colors and darker colors. So I don't know. We'll see what he picked. I'm rambling now. So we're turning these colors back on. He picked some colors. Okay. Remember when I said I thought that the blush was going to be at odds with the skin? I can feel it in my bones that these two colors are mixing weird. That is the case. It is a little bit at odds with the skin. I wonder what I would do if I wanted to like make this feel a little bit more natural. And I feel like I might take the grass and desaturate it a little and darken it a little maybe. And then I find the yellow bubbles interesting. But I might lighten them. And then if I were to do more, I think, okay, first off, this actually, the red to purple to blue right here on her tail, I actually kind of love. I think what I might do if I were to change things is I would take this lighter blue down here and kind of make those a bit more like that, and then the tail have it go from this blue to that blue and just more like that. And we can have like this red color in here just a little bit, just in random little spots. I'm not really gonna change like a lot. I was thinking like if I had to work with these colors, what I would do to make it like make a little bit more sense. The skin, okay, well actually first off the hair, I think I would mimic the tail in the hair by taking this red, there it is, and having the roots be red like this and then fade into the purple. Just, I feel like that would tie it together a little bit better. The fins, I would probably desaturate the fins a little just so that they don't take so much attention. And the skin, I would, because the yellow and the blue is like really stark. So I might, what would I do? Also, hold on. I don't know if we used this. Oh, we did. That's the little spots. I don't know if we used this one, though. No, we did. That was for the flowers. Hold on. Let me see if I can... Because we used the red. This... I don't recognize this anywhere, though. Is that the line art? Maybe? I think we ended up actually using all of the colors. So I'm happy about that. I'm distracting myself. I don't like the red and the yellow together. The yellow, here's what I might do. I might desaturate the yellow so that it doesn't compete so much with the red and the blue. And maybe take the yellow a little bit more green. We just upped it like 6%. Desaturated it a little bit so it's a little bit more muted. Take this blue color and maybe blend it a little bit more. Make sure we get more midtones in here. So find the midtone and just, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of playing around now. Kind of blend it a bit better. Maybe even take this red specifically and make the red a little bit more of the lip color with this pink. So we've got like a blended lip kind of. What color is that? Is that this blue or this blue? That's this blue, I think. So just adding a few more midtones in between the green, which used to be yellow, but we kind of desaturated it, greenified it just a touch, just so that it didn't compete so much with the blue because they're a little bit closer together than yellow and blue. That's probably what I would do if I wanted to like make what we did and make it work a little bit better. It's still pretty chaotic, but it was also kind of fun, and I feel like this is more what I was imagining when I did the original ones, but I just didn't make the palettes very well, and I didn't choose enough light and dark colors. It wasn't contrasted enough, so everything kind of blended together too much. So I'm much happier with this. I'm trying to, I don't know what I'm trying to do, but anyway, so let me go back to, this was kind of fun. I enjoyed playing around with some black and white nonsense. Well, it's not nonsense, but I was nonsense. So, yeah, so I enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next week. And I don't know what I'm doing then, so I don't know why I started saying, and I was gonna do, I'm just gonna stop here. Okay, I'll see you later, bye. Also, I hid some little tiny goldfish in this video. If you can find all of them, like write it in the comments, and I will let you know if you were right. I hid 3 little goldfish, and I'll show you what they look like. So if you saw a little goldfish at any time during this video, now you know what that was all about. Okay, bye.